So you might be wondering, if you hire an account manager, how many clients can we work with? Probably the most asked question on calls with agency owners.
Welcome to the Happy Clients Podcast, brought to you by Dot & Company. Whether you're a virtual assistant, an agency owner, or a client-facing account manager, we all deal with clients. Lucky for you, client management is what we do best. Now, let's dig in, chat cam life, and have some fun along the way. Cheers to happy clients.
This episode of the Happy Clients Podcast is brought to you by our complete client onboarding checklist. We have onboarded hundreds, if not thousands of clients across Dot & Company, and we have packaged up our exact processes into one master beast of a document. If you are looking to optimize your processes, whether you have an account manager or not, head over to clientaccountmanager.com/onboarding. When I'm looking at the number of clients, there's certain things that come into place. So for example, I've worked in an agency where we've had 30 clients and it takes me around 10 to 15 hours a week. Whereas another account manager might be working with a different agency. They have 3 clients and it takes the same amount of time. And the things that are really important to consider are,
that's my canned response. Whenever somebody asks me, I was like, really depends on the agency is what I say. There's courses and coaching, which that's a whole business that's centered around really long funnels at a high price tag. So those funnels look totally different than in e-commerce where it's a little more rinse and repeat and you can do what you need to do for every single client, or at least a variation of it. So it does kind of differ on what the agency is offering. And I think that's where it starts. I know in your sales calls, Taylor, and then when I'm being asked that question by client account managers, I think it depends a lot on people's niches and what they're focusing on and how many clients they need to even sustain a really successful business in their niche and industry.
and a good thing to think about is how many meetings you have. So a lot of our agencies that we work with, like it depends on the industry, of course, like Katie said, but I have an agency that we've worked with where there was essentially 0 client meetings, 1 team meeting a week. So with that, we're more back and forth on email or project management and kind of on the back end versus if I had every client had a weekly call, that's 30 hours a week, right? So that spirals really quickly. So looking at meetings is a really key indicator for how many clients.
Totally. And I think that's in agency owners' brains as they're scaling. Like you actually can't have hour-long meetings with every single client. So that's just pushed onto the efficiency piece of it even more too, right? Like how can we eliminate these meetings? How can we service more and more clients without these huge chunks of time being dedicated to something like a meeting, which could be a 5-minute Loom video. So if I can brag about my own history, years ago, I worked with this client that actually was very niched and they were getting leads for 50 to 75 sometimes clients, just feeding the sales team's leads. So it was the same niche, it was the same cross country ads just being targeted to different areas, targeted where that person's business was, targeted to, the sales team in that area. So that was like huge, but not really because you were kind of doing the same thing, which means you can do the reporting, the Loom videos, the updates in all of the same way. So it was really efficient, even with 75 clients.
Yeah, that's true. So if an agency owner is listening and you're saying, okay, I'm looking to bring in a part-time account manager, let's say 15 hours a week, how many clients is that? And it's important for you to understand as an agency owner because you want to know how profitable you are and how quickly you can scale and what the margin is on each client. But I think you need to understand what goes into every client and how you can train your clients so that they're not expecting weekly calls. You're going to answer their emails within an hour. Like those are key things that really go into determining how many clients an account manager can manage. But, I would say anywhere from 5 to 15 clients is like a healthy amount. Would you say, Katie?
Totally. My canned answer is 10 to 15 for sure. I think that 20 plus area is definitely more of a full service, really dedicated CAM. So you might be looking at less fractional, more full time. But I did want to just kind of piggyback on that last point, Taylor, of the balance being making it feel personal when it might not always be as personal. So those meetings and those touch points really deliver on something that is more than the meeting. It's the relationship building, it's the trust, it's that piece that a lot of agencies come to us needing. So the balance and where Dot and Company is really strong is making our clients feel really supported in a way that is efficient, something like a daily pulse that allows you to have a touch point every day and they're feeling really great about where they are with the agency, but kind of eliminates those huge chunks of time, like a meeting, and it's that perfect balance of support and communication.
Exactly. And also, as an agency owner, you're bringing in an account manager to save you time and to give your clients a better experience. So if you're currently on 10 hours a week of meetings and you bring in an account manager to take over those meetings, that is worth more to you because you can go out and bring in more clients. I was actually chatting with an agency owner this morning, and she was saying the exact same thing. She was saying, I'm on 7 to 10 hours of client meetings a week, and I'm really just sitting there listening because I'm the media buyer. I want to bring in a client account manager to sit on those meetings, to be the representation from the agency, to take notes, to answer questions, and to take action items while I spend that 1 hour in their account running their ads because that's what I'm
Yep.
hired to do.
And sometimes Dot and Company gets a little woo woo, and this is when our stars are aligning. Because I actually had this conversation with a client account manager today where kind of coaching her through and being safe in that space of that high level strategy is, well, high level strategy client account managers definitely know, but the tech and the living in the day to day and the behind the scenes, you have to be safe in the place of being like, you just have to have those canned responses. I will definitely get that information to you by tomorrow. I can check with the ads team. These things that come out where you are delivering to the client where they feel secure and supported, you can go back to the team and what might take an hour with a client on the phone actually takes 5 minutes. So again, I said it 10 minutes ago, but that balance is just so important because client account managers can really work both sides really efficiently. And we're not saying get rid of meetings like, gosh, we'll sit here and talk to anybody. We love a meeting, but just using the time allotted to each client, each account really efficiently.
Exactly, which allows you to bring on more clients. The goal of hiring an account manager, whether it's someone like us or it's someone in-house, is so that you can get more business. At the end of the day, you want to grow and scale your business. You want to give your clients a better experience than you can on your own. And the only way to do that from our eyes is through an account manager. And also to give you time back, right? To give you that time, that space, that creative energy that you can focus on the agency instead of the back and forth that takes a lot of time.
Yep, that dedicated person who gets joy from client communications and really getting answers plus, 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 delegating and all that good stuff. So having that person on your team is often very necessary for agency owners to get back to what they love as well.
Mhm. Well, this was a short but sweet episode. Hopefully, that answers some of your questions when it comes to hiring an account manager and the number of accounts that they can help work on. If you are, of course, looking for support with your account management, you've landed in the right spot here at Dot. So definitely reach out over at dotandcompany.co. And if you're looking to optimize your processes, head over to our shop on our website. And we'll see you over there.
Cheers to happy clients.